Hello, welcome to this video where I'll talking about semiconductor pre-configured systems. Since the discovery of highly conducting polyacetylene by Shirakawa, McDermott, and Hicker in 1975, pre-configured systems have attracted much attention as futuristic materials for the development and production of the next generation of electronics. That is, organic electronics. Conceptually, organic electronics are quite different from conventional inorganic solid-state electronics because the structural versatility of organic semiconductors allows for the incorporation of functionality by molecular design. Today, the great number of pre-configured semiconductor materials that have either been discovered or synthesized generate an exciting library of pre-configured systems for use in the organic electronics. However, some key challenges for further advancement remain: the low mobility and stability of organic semiconductors, the lack of knowledge regarding structure property relationships for understanding the fundamental chemical aspects behind the structural design and realization of desired properties. Organic field effect transistors are a kind of device consisting in an organic semiconductor layer, a gate insulator layer, and three terminals: drain, source, and gate electrodes. OFFETs are not only the essential building blocks for the next generation of cheap and flexible organic circuits, but they also provide an important insight into the charge transfer of pre-configured systems. Therefore, they act as a strong tool for the exploration of the structure property relationships of pre-configured systems, such as parameters of field effect mobility, current on-off ratio, and threshold voltage. Since the discovery of OFFETs in 1980s, they have attracted the attention of the scientists. Research of OFFETs includes the discovery, design, and synthesis of pre-configured systems for OFFETs, device optimization, development of applications. For example, in radio frequency identification tags, flexible displays, electronic papers, sensors, and so forth. Here in this video series, our focus will be on the performance analysis of pre-configured systems in OFFETs. This should make it possible to extract information regarding the fundamental merit of semiconductor pre-configured materials and capture what is needed for new materials and what is the synthesis orientation of new pre-configured systems. In fact, for a new science with many practical applications, the field of organic electronics is progressing extremely rapidly. For example, using organic field effect transistor or organic field effect transistors as keywords to search papers and patents, it is possible to show the distribution of papers over recent years as shown in the picture. It is very clear that the number of papers concerning OFFETs has increased exponentially since 2000. In particular, since 2008, over 2,000 papers have been published. This comprehensive review of pre-configured systems will cover a huge amount of pre-configured systems, including small molecules, polymer semiconductors, and emerging systems like carbon nanotubes and graphene. Factors influencing the performance device. There is a wealth of literature available on fundamental physics of OFFETs. Principally, an OFFET can be regarded as a capacitor, wherein the semiconductor layer and the gate electrode act as electrodes to switch the gate insulator. When the gate electrode is applied, voltage charge injected from the source electrode will be attracted to the interface of the gate insulator and organic semiconductor. Then, if a drain voltage is applied, a current between the source and drain electrodes will be generated, which in turn can be turned by the gate voltage. According to the adopted device configuration, OFETs can be divided in 4 different types as shown in this picture. The bottom gate contact, the bottom gate top contact, the top gate top contact, and the top gate bottom contact. Undoubtedly, the device configuration plays a key role in the device performance. For example, it was found that devices of the type B and D always gave better performance than that of the devices A and C. This was attributed to the improved contact between the organic semiconductor and the electrodes. It's certain that in addition to the device configuration, other factors such as the semiconductor layer, the materials used for the electrodes and the gate insulator, the interface and energy elements between the organic semiconductor and the gate insulator, or between the organic semiconductor and electrodes, etc., all play crucial roles in the ultimate performance of OFETs. Well, talking about the factors influenced by semiconducting pico-coherent systems, there are some of them. There is no doubt that the semiconducting pico-coherent system incorporated into OFETs is one of the most important factors determining the ultimate performance of the device. Principally, the mobility of the organic semiconductor should be as high as possible so that the efficient carrier transport from one molecule to another is attainable. This in turn is intimately related to the electron cloud on the molecule and the electron cloud splitting with its neighbor molecules. 2 parameters, the transfer integral and the reorganization energy, are both believed to be highly important for the mobility of the organic semiconductors. The transfer integral means the splitting of the highest occupied molecular orbital and the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. On other hand, the reorganization energy is the energy lost when a charge carrier passes through a molecule and is dependent on the conjugation length, degree, and packing of the organic molecules. Usually, the larger the transfer integral and the smaller the reorganization energy produces high mobility. The transfer integral and reorganization energy are both extremely dependent on the packing or arrangement of the molecules, organic molecules. Therefore, the packing mode of the organic semiconductor becomes very important for the analysis of the charge transport between molecules. There are 4 different kinds of packing motifs as shown in the picture. The first, herringbone packing with a pp overlap between adjacent molecules. The second, herringbone packing with pp overlap between adjacent molecules, also called split p stacking. The third, laminar packing one direction, and the fourth, laminar packing in 2 dimensions. Of the 4 kinds of packing motifs, that of laminar packing is believed to be the most efficient for charge transport because it can be increase the transfer integrals to the maximum and transport the charge transfer through an almost straight line. Much research has focused on molecular design and crystal engineering in order to obtain 2D laminar packing. Some examples are substitution at the pairing positions of acids, introducing polarity, increasing the CH radio, or adding heteroatoms to generate hydrogen bonds, halogen-halogen interactions, or chalcogen-chalcogen interactions. The intrinsic properties of organic semiconductors can be tracked by using their single crystals because organic crystals provide highly ordered structures, minimize traps, and are free from grain boundaries. Certainly, one challenge needing to be recognized is how to fabricate devices based on their crystals, because organic crystals are not only usually very fragile, but also very small. Talking about the factors influenced by device physics, both the morphology and molecular arrangement in organic semiconductor layers play significant roles in the performance of OFETs. In order to achieve a more efficient charge transport, ideally the organic molecule should pack along the current direction in the conducting channel. This in fact is the reason why high-performance organic field effect transistors usually adopt an edge-on orientation. A possible mechanism scenario using a polymer as the example is shown in the picture. There is no doubt that due to their perfect molecular arrangements, free of grain boundaries and minimized charge traps, single crystal transistors should display higher performances than those of thin films. Hence, well-ordered continuous films, especially crystalline films, are being seriously investigated for high performance of its applications. The dielectric constant of the gate insulator and the interface effect between the gate insulator and the organic semiconductor also take on important roles in the performance of OFETs. Gate insulators with a high dielectric constant are preferable for use in organic devices because using a high K insulator makes it possible to scale down the device dimension, lower the driven voltage, and increase the integrated degree of the organic circuit. The interface between the gate insulator and the organic semiconductor will affect not only on the morphology and molecular arrangement of the semiconductor layer, but also the adhesion of the organic semiconductor on the gate insulator, that is, to create an intimate interface contact. Among the possible candidates for gate insulators, polymer insulators are highly promising because they exhibit not only ideal flexibility for flexible electronics but also promote intimate contact with the organic semiconductors. Without doubt, the materials used for the electrodes are critical for the fabrication of high-performance devices. Ideally, the material should have high conductivity, high stability, good adhesion ability with the organic semiconductors, and finally, optimized energy alignment with the organic semiconductors. Electrode materials can be manufactured from a variety of materials including metals like gold and argentium, heavily doped silicon, metallic conductive oxides like indium tin oxide, and conductive organic molecules such as PDOT and graphene. Conductive organic molecules are especially intriguing for the fabrication of high-performance devices due to their unique ability to form intimate contact with organic semiconductors to produce high-quality interfaces. It is generally accepted that the purity of organic semiconductors, the thickness of the dielectric and semiconductor layers, the channel length, and the testing environment all influence the device properties. Well, it is all for this video. In the next video, I will talking about the small molecules. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please.